Bears win 35-16 to start the day. Cole Kmet had a couple of touchdowns and became the long snapper when their regular long snapper got injured yesterday. Caleb Williams, 4 touchdown passes. He's been great after the slow start. And it's kind of like we had all the Caleb Williams hype, and then they lost the first 2 games and he looked ordinary, and we're like, oh, well, all that was wrong.
They won the first game, but
they won the first game, but it felt like a loss.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible showing against the Titans.
Yeah,
you're right.
Right.
Thanks to Carson Wentz. I mean, Will Levis playing for the Titans that day. And then they lose week 2, and it's just kind of like this is kind of sluggish and nasty and blah.
Right.
And now he's playing well, but because we locked into that early season narrative, it's hard to forget that the hype was misplaced. We should have been hyping Jaden Daniels. Maybe you should be hyping both. Yeah. And as we said earlier, they play in 13 days.
Yeah, they're both special. And this guy, I think this guy's really special. I love watching Caleb Williams. So if you want to name me an enemy of the Vikings right now in the NFC North, I'm kind of a de facto Bears fan. Right? I just love his style of play.
I'm a de facto Commanders fan, so suck it, Giants.
Yeah, okay, good. We're even, right? But you heard me talking about tying plays together, right? Look, this is 2 consecutive plays we're going to show. I know I showed this last night. Same play, same look. They flip the formation around. Guys going the opposite way. But, make the defense think, hey, one thing's coming. And look at the middle linebacker, Devin Lloyd. He's thinking, oh, wait, I just saw this play. They're going to throw the screen again. Oh, no, I'm supposed to be covering Cole Kmet. Touchdown. Right, the Bears offense, as you've heard me waxing poetically about it the last few weeks, I really like the flow of it. It's creative. They're physical. They tie the plays together. And this dude right here is special. He's just right up there with Jaden Daniels. He really is, let alone I think he's a more gifted passer and thrower than Jaden Daniels. I love his style of football. And then you couple that with the offense, the 3 receivers they got, Cole Kmet at tight end, DeAndre Swift at running back, the best defense in the NFC North, right? You look at Chicago and go, don't forget about them. They're 4-2, and they're more than a pain in the ass, I think. Really impressed with how they played there yesterday in London.
Yeah, one of the 4 teams in the division, all at 4-2 or better. Lions 4-1, Packers 4-2, Vikings 5-0, and the Bears at 4-2. The Jaguars stink. And this is the first time, really, since the realignment of the NFL in 2002 into 8 4-team divisions that You've got 4 or more wins through 6 weeks for every team. And right now, they would all make the playoffs.
I think Green Bay's out by a tiebreaker.
Oh, really?
After it all finished yesterday, the schedule, I have it here in front of me. I was actually
by the end of the day, they were. By the end of the afternoon, they were in.
But something shook out with how it went, where they're in 8th right now. They must lose a tiebreaker to Tampa because of conference record. But either way, they're playoff caliber, as we know.
And we have a bad habit of saying if the season ended today, look. If the season ever ended before the day the season is supposed to end, something really bad has happened. Right. So let's not talk about the season ending before the season's supposed to end.
Yeah.
The Jaguars would like the season to just go ahead and end. They're 1-5. I posted something this morning that there's some real Travis Etienne trade chatter. I heard linked to the Cowboys.
Well,
which
I
don't know why the Cowboys would
Tank
do it.
Bigsby's better. Right. So they're realizing that. They're going to make him the guy.
And they play this upcoming Sunday again in London.
Yeah.
The 1-5 Jaguars against the 1-5 Patriots. Sorry, London, for sending you that crap. But, is Doug Pederson safe just because they're staying? When you've got Andre Sisco come out and say they quit, basically, Pederson says we need a culture change. You don't talk about changing culture in October. That's not the time to change culture. That's like changing a culture.
Culture should be
changing
a
tire on a moving car.
Right.
It's too late to change the culture. And when the owner just comes out and says, I believe in the coach, I believe in the GM, I believe in the players, you got to revisit that pretty quickly if you're Shad Khan. Maybe you shouldn't be believing in these people. And I don't think Doug Pederson is insulated from termination just because they play another game in London. There's still flights. There's commercial flights. As I said last night, put coach in coach and send him home.
I feel, Mike, I think your point's real. That's the first thing I thought of. Yesterday when that game was going down, and I was again driving into the studio during the 4th quarter or whatever, but the game was over, and I'm listening to it. I'm going, man, I mean, this is the type of performance where the head coach gets fired. But I did think, wait, they're staying there another week. They won't do it this week. It'll just be too much of an issue. So I think, again, if they don't play good and they somehow lose to the Patriots, I think it'll definitely be over. But it looks like it's coming to an end there. A team that's looks like they're falling apart. Doug Pederson looks like a guy that he doesn't know how to answer some of these questions, and he's a little bit like, I don't even have the answers. I'm shell-shocked. He looked like that at halftime yesterday when he was going off the field and the Bears were dominating the game. So certainly issues, and culture should already be set, not figuring it out right now.
2 weeks after he was indignant that anyone would ask if he's concerned about his status, he's talking about a culture change 6 games in. Again, Andre Sisco, there was a lot of quit. And Devin McCourty said, when you're playing free safety, you can tell if the guys in front of you are trying or not.
Sure.
In large part because
they keep coming to you.
They keep coming to you, and you got to make the tackles.
Wait, nobody wants to stick their face in there. Nobody wants to get off the block and make the tackle, so I got to do it. Yeah, definitely. It was ugly for them. And it went back a little bit again to, hey, the defense is horrible. There's no doubt about that. Trevor Lawrence missed some throws again that you'd go, man, we'd like you to make here in this situation to keep us in the game, whatever it may be.
He had that one throw where the guy was open and he threw it into the back of the defender.
I know. He was touchdown down the right sideline, and he hit Edwards, the linebacker, right in the
ass.
butt. Right. And you go, man.
In the bum.
Yeah, in the bum, as they would say over there. But I still think the story of the day was the fact Caleb Williams, 4 touchdowns, really probably should have had 5. He threw an interception on probably his easiest throw of the day that should have been a touchdown to DJ Moore. But the way the Bears look, the way the offense is clicking, how they bringing it all together, the weapons they got between the quarterback, the 3 receivers, all of that, they really got something going there, and I'm enjoying watching it. And, I'm just a big fan of the way Caleb Williams plays.
One last point.
Right.
The NFL keeps trying to move the needle in London, and even though it's a big deal for the very small, loud, passionate minority of folks there who watch our show on Sky Sports and soak up everything they can get NFL related. There still isn't a ton of widespread interest. You want to gain some interest, you got a team that's staying there for 8 days and they fire their coach while they're there. They sacked the manager. I mean, come on, man. That's a good way to get some buzz.
Yeah,
we're not advocating anyone get fired. We understand that this is a big deal. It affects families. But it happens all the time. We saw it happen 6 days ago to a guy that really didn't deserve it. Yeah. It happens all the time.
Yeah, the big buzz was Caleb Williams.
I know, but the Bears went home.
Yeah.
The Bears went home. The Jaguars are still there.
Yes.
And if they would fire their coach today, and it's they're 5 hours ahead of us, that would create a little interest.
Yeah,
that would create a little interest.
I hear you there.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.